Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are enjoying a Thursday morning. It is Thursday. I cannot see my date anymore. This is horrible. Anyhow, it is great to see you. It is Thursday morning. That much I know. And here we are. This is Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together where we exchange news about our city, state, and country. We exchange topics, ideas, questions, suggestions about Puerto Vallarta and how to best enjoy our city as a community of English-speaking locals. Today is not an exception. This is exactly what we're going to do, but not before we say hello to everybody that is joining us. I see that Luisa is getting excited about today's get-together. I am excited too. It'll be such a pleasure to meet you in person, Luisa, and to thank you for all your kindness and for all your support, and everybody else that is going to join us this afternoon. It'll be fun, and I have some special news to announce regarding our get-together, but I'm going to wait until the second half of the broadcast. First, as always, if you are new to the broadcast, please feel free to let us know by writing the word new in your comment. We'll give you a nice little welcome. If anybody has any idea of why I've developed this habit of going like this with my hands, I wish I knew. It is weird. I should just have them tied behind my back while we're doing the broadcast. Anyhow, if there's something really important that you wish to share during the chit-chat section at the end, please add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and we'll be so very happy to bring it up. It is hot. It is very hot, but you know what? It is what it is. You know, every summer it's the same thing. Yesterday I went to the movies and we came out of the movies and it was hot. I walked home and I had one of my sweat rags, and by the time I got home, I could squeeze it, and water, well, you know, sweat kept dripping from it. But this is paradise. This is our city. That's what we call it. This is why we live here, because we are strong enough to put up with it. Anyhow, I'm just digressing, but let us get started with the news, and we'll take it from there. We'll talk about heat and humidity later on during the weather forecast, I'm sure. Bam! So we had previously announced that our President López Obrador, would be in Nayarit this weekend, and now we know that he will arrive in Puerto Vallarta this afternoon to preside his daily press conference tomorrow morning from our city and to participate in a security-related meeting that will involve authorities from Jalisco, including our Governor Alfaro, and also authorities from Nayarit. After the meeting, he will head north to the state of Nayarit to oversee advances in several projects, as we reported yesterday. Of course, our Mayor Michel, has announced that he will not only attend the meeting with the president, he will also once again ask for federal funds to be able to complete the Federacion Bridge, as the funds previously earmarked for this project apparently ended up staying in Guadalajara. Um, if you were planning on taking your child to get a COVID vaccine at the Naval Hospital, please know that vaccines ran out at the Naval Hospital and are only available today at La Lija. As we mentioned yesterday, the current pediatric COVID vaccination campaign has been very successful, and today is its final day. So if you have any young ones that need a vaccine, today is the day to do it, but you have to attend La Lija. Otherwise, you will not be able to get a prick for your child. As long as we're discussing COVID, you may be wondering what's going on with our health-related mandates, given the fact that there's been so many cases lately, and Governor Alfaro has once again acknowledged the increase in cases, but given the very low hospitalization numbers in the state, there's only 9% of cases that have required hospitalization, and also the preponderance of mild cases, there will be no changes in the current sanitary mandates, at least for the time being. Now, we had previously announced that the prevailing COVID strain throughout Mexico is this milder new type of COVID that we all seem to be getting and recovering from. So as long as that is the case, we are going to be just going on with what we know. And what we know is that face masks are required in public transportation, in hospitals or medical centers, in schools. But for the rest of us, we know to carry our face mask everywhere we go and be prudent about it and be proactive about it, regardless of what the government says. That is what I do and what I hope a lot of you are doing as well. Let us take a quick look at the weather forecast, and we'll continue with a bunch of other headlines that we have prepared for you. And I scratch my eyes between transitions. That cloud looks like David Hasselhoff eating a cheeseburger. There's our snarky carrot weather forecast today. Oh God, it's already 29 degrees today. Feels like 36. That's why I'm so schwitzy. Humidity is at 86%, and our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees, if you want to know, is 84 degrees. Our weather forecast for today says humid and mostly cloudy through the day with a high of 32 and a low of 26. Tomorrow, Friday, it will rain starting in the afternoon, yay, with a high of 31 and a low of 24. And then Saturday, we'll have rain and humidity throughout the day with a high of 30 and a low of 24. And that is what the weather forecast says we are going to enjoy. Now, we thought that the whole Nayarit name change in Nuevo was a done deal, but apparently not. Some Nuevo Nayarit residents are not happy with the name change to their city, and they are taking the government to court. Yes, this is happening. Apparently, a number of legal actions against the state of Nayarit are planned by a large number of individuals, although the actual number of individuals or legal suits was not revealed, to revert the destination to its original name. According to law, Nuevo residents have 30 days to complain after the state Congress has published the change in its official diary. So, if you live in Nuevo, if you are unhappy about the name change and you would like the name to be reverted, get ready to get legal, but you only have less than 30 days to do so. Meanwhile, our city and the city of McAllen, Texas, have tied official friendship bonds. Both our mayor, Luis Michel, and McAllen's mayor, Javier Villalobos, celebrated the new sisterhood between our cities and stated that a series of cultural events will be planned in the future We had previously mentioned direct flights between both cities as one of the benefits of this new relationship. The other one is, of course, if you live here and you want to do a quick shopping trip to the United States, you can now count McAllen as one of the destinations in which you can just get in and out easily from Puerto Vallarta. Purim pum 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 pum. And speaking of relationships, yes, of course, you will be happy to know that the ahuehuete tree that was planted in Mexico City's Reforma Avenue to replace a dying palm tree that had been planted in the same spot for over a century is relating well to its new environment and has actually started to grow new leaves. You may recall that when the tree was planted there, a lot of Mexico City residents were like, well, the tree doesn't look so healthy, does it? But, if you're a tree, you just don't settle to your new neighborhood. It takes a little while. And it's good to see that the ahuehuete is doing just fine. Before we get into our comment section, just a couple of quick reminders. The first one, of course, is our meeting, which I noticed that somebody asked, do you need a reservation for the Whiskey Kitchen tonight? No, you don't, Cliff. Thank you very much for the question, but all you have to do is show up. But I will volunteer some important information, which I have been authorized to share. We have admired and loved Gina not only for her entrepreneurship, and for her culinary artistry, but also because she's been a wonderful restaurant host certainly to me and to many of us. But see, this big surprise for tonight is Gina has been brewing a new eatery, a separate eatery from Whiskey Kitchen, just down the street from Whiskey Kitchen Versalles. And the big surprise is that tonight we are going to sample some food items from her new project. What is the new project about? Well, the new project is called Hot Fish and Chicks, as in chicken wings and things like that. So we are going to experience hot taco and slider items from Gina's new project, a second restaurant coming to Versalles, and that is so super exciting. I am hungry already. And of course, I wanted to, as always, remind you that this is one of our new favorite get-togethers. This is the Saturdays at the Museo, which is once again coming up, Saturdays at the museum. And here I am blocking everything. Let me get myself out of the way. First Saturdays at the museum is coming back on Saturday, August 6th. These are the hottest months of the year, and these are the months in which it starts raining in the afternoon. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be there with bells on. And I look forward to being there, and I look forward to running into people there. And of course, as always, information about all these things is going to be available in our show notes, which, as you know, are available to you right after the broadcast. And now let's take a quick look at all your beautiful, wonderful comments, starting with all kinds of good mornings. David, I read tragedy news from Boston this morning. Apparently, a subway train from the Orange Line in Boston caught on fire right on top of the I forget the name of the bridge, and it was scary. Some people jumped to the river from the train. I hope it's not something very horrible. Anyhow, this is what I was reading this morning. Many good mornings. Yippee, says Sherry. I got my notification today. That means that Facebook must be in a better mood. Let's see. Let's see. Bonjour to all clusters from sunny blue skies of Denver. Spencer, it's great to see you. Spencer, you are a motivation kind of person. I really hope that we'll get a chance to have a conversation about this at some point, because I am fascinated by people that work enhancing or empowering other people. I hope we have the opportunity to have a conversation at some point. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Uh, uh, uh. Cliff is new, just moved to Puerto Vallarta with his partner Ivan. Cliff and Ivan, welcome to our city. Welcome to Coffee and Headlines. This is the place for locals, English speaking locals. So if you have any questions, if you want any suggestions of places to go, if you want to find a plumber, if you want to get late, no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. This is the place to have all those questions answered. We are a friendly group of people, straight, gay, all kinds, that just thrive on connecting with our city and with our culture and with our surroundings. If that is your cup of tea and you find something that suits you here, then consider yourself welcome. Let's see what else. Da, 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 da. The color shirt combo is lovely. Thank you, Betsy Ann. I was going, I have to tell you, well, I don't have to, but maybe you might be interested. I have a bodged crochet project because I'm really smitten with this pattern. And then I found a motif that I could attach to one of these little pointy things, a motif of a marijuana leaf. And I figured, oh, well, I'm a pothead. I might as well make one of those. And I did. It turned out quite lovely. And there is the pot leaf, but, gravity has a way to make it look like that ahuehuete tree in Mexico City. So I don't think this is going to work very well. I'm going to have to chop off the leaf and just wear the collar without a pot leaf. Maybe what I should do is smoke and, well, never mind. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about your beautiful comments. Raymond is coming tonight. Yes, Raymond. I'm so happy that you're going to be there. I look forward to that. I am hanging out with too many French people. We are known to be animated when talking. Well, Luke, you are contagious. Your excitement and your happiness is contagious, even if I haven't seen you for a few days. But I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Let's see. Ba ba da da ba ba. Ba da da ba ba. Bravo for the parents in Puerto Vallarta who see the value in the vaccine. Isn't that great? Isn't that great, Dave? I think it's wonderful. Maybe AMLO will inaugurate the Nuevo Arroyo Bridge built with federal money. Well, maybe not. We talked about that bridge just the other day and said that the local government was waiting for some bigwigs to show up, and they went ahead and inaugurated it without much fanfare. And here is our beloved Gina. Gina, it's great to see you. I am so looking forward to this evening. It should be a lot of fun. Let's see what else we have. I seriously hope that is not the case, Luisa. The last thing we want is our president hanging out with us. Horrible. I mean, just too complicated. Too complicated. But wouldn't that be funny? Let's see what else we have. Yay food, says Luisa. And yay another Gina eatery, says Dave Schwartz. This is so exciting. It is so exciting. Michal, whom I miss terribly, she is my next door neighbor, says, wow, congratulations, Gina. You are an amazing woman, as if you aren't busy enough. Yes, I am very, very inspired by Gina. She is a great lady. Let's dress up like Elizabeth Taylor. A challenge, says Luisa. I all I'm going to say about that is that I am grateful that Brad Pitt attended a premiere of his latest movie wearing a skirt. And when they asked him, why are you wearing a skirt? He said something along the lines of, we're in the middle of a heat wave. So wouldn't it be fun if it became fashionable for us boys to be able to have our parts down there just comfortably? Never mind. You don't need to hear my detail about wearing skirts, but I would wear a skirt in a heartbeat if I didn't look funny. Let's see. Sage says, I am sad we aren't arriving until August 1st because I so wanted to make this get together, but I am happy that I will be able to taste Gina's wings real soon. Well, maybe we'll do some impromptu get togethers later on in the summer. Worry not. Kate asks, is anyone else having problems receiving notifications, not just coffee and headlines? Interesting. Yesterday, a lot of people were talking about how they didn't get notifications from Facebook. Maybe Facebook is trying to fix some things here and there. Cliff says, very Justice Ruth Ginsburg. Yes, absolutely. And I take that as a compliment. These are fun to make. Catherine, I was going to send you a message today, and I will, because I know that you were planning a little getaway, and I hope you got your getaway to the mountains, and I wonder how that went. Spray starch will make your leaf stiff. It's a good idea. Maybe before I chop it, I will try to use some spray starch on it just to see if I can make it happen. Thank you very much for the suggestion. There's a cue. I experienced hearing the first chachalaca bird. Oh, Luisa. See, I think God woke up. She was in a bad mood one day. God was. And she said, I am in a pissy mood. I'm going to invent chachalacas. And that's what happened. Poor chachalacas ended up cursed with that silly, silly sound that is just weird. But yes, chachalacas are something else. They really are. Christy says, maybe shorten the stem on the leaf for your crochet project. If it's not hanging, it may be more likely to lay flat when worn. You guys are so caring. I love it. I will find a way to fix this. Trust me, I will. If AMLO comes to the meet and greet, he should treat. Wouldn't that be funny? Can't wait to eat my way through Versailles beginning, says Bill Abbott, and beginning soon. Oh, well, as you know, Bill, we have a map. We have Versailles for foodies, and this is a great reminder. If you ever wanted to know of about 30-something eateries, great eateries here in Versailles, and it is due for an update because we have to add a couple of new places to it. You can get it for free, and I'll put the link as a reminder in the show notes, although you can find the link to it on our website. Let's see. Apparently, Arte Museum is screening Night of the Iguana on Saturday, August 6th, as their usual first Saturday of the month again. Interesting. I've seen the film before. I love Pepe and Pedro shaking their maracas. But if that's going to be the case, hey, that'll be fun. That's why you want to dress up like Elizabeth Taylor. Maybe that's what we should be doing. I love it. Sage says, has any of you heard about the railroad being built in the Yucatan that will affect the natural cenotes as they will be paving the area? Yes, Sage, we talked about this maybe yesterday or the day before. There are two sides to every coin, and I will let you know that from what I've read, yes, it is impossible to have a project of that magnitude without some kind of impact somewhere. I think if you go anywhere in the world and try to make such a massive project, something is bound to be affected. And yes, there has been some back and forth between the government and environmental groups as to the impact of the Maya train. But hopefully all these issues will be resolved. I remember when they started building the highway from Guadalajara, the one highway that we've been waiting for over a decade now. Part of the issue at the beginning was the fact that the proposed route to the highway would affect some of the endemic flora and fauna of the region here in Jalisco and Nayarit, primarily that of the jaguar. But as you can see, these issues have been resolved, and the planning of the highway has been done in such a way that the jaguar can continue to move freely from one place to another. And hopefully these issues will be resolved with the Maya train. As I mentioned a couple of days, um, I am personally excited about the train because it'll give me a great platform, will give us a great platform, literally, to be able to explore this part of Mexico and just move about. I mean, I would love to spend a week or two just exploring the Yucatan Peninsula. I don't know about you. Tudum pum pim pam pam. I think we are pretty much at the end of your comments. Sage says, thank you for answering. Well, you put a big Q on top of your very important question. The least I can do is to acknowledge with what we know. Again, I am sure there are some snags in the Maya train, but I am so looking forward to it. And hopefully those snags will be resolved in a most responsible way. And this, I think, brings us to the end of today's broadcast. Yay! Yay. If you are in town and you want to come and hang out with us this afternoon, we're going to be at Whiskey Kitchen from 7 to 9. Hopefully by 7 it won't be as hot. But even if it is, I know that Gina has a bunch of fans blowing cool air all over the restaurant, so it should be a lot of fun. If you are not here, we will have more get-togethers in the future, but you are always here as far as Coffee and Headlines is concerned. Thank you once again. Thank you for spending some quality time with us this morning. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow or soon between now and then. Stay happy, stay kind, stay healthy, stay mindful, and of course, stay in touch. Have a great day.